Nicole Kidman has always been a figure who navigates the complexities of life with a grace that seems almost effortless, yet beneath that poised exterior lies a woman deeply attuned to the unpredictable currents of existence. In recent reflections, she has opened up about the profound lessons she's learned regarding the illusions we hold about our paths and the courage it takes to pivot when those paths diverge unexpectedly. This introspection comes at a pivotal moment in her life, as she steps into a new phase following the end of her long-standing marriage to Keith Urban, a union that spanned nearly 2 decades and produced 2 beautiful daughters. Kidman's words, shared in a candid conversation, resonate with a universal truth. Life rarely unfolds according to our meticulously laid plans, and it's in those moments of disruption that we discover our true resilience. Consider the essence of what Kidman articulated during her discussion about entering her 50s, a decade she describes not as a culmination but as an awakening. She pondered aloud how many times one must confront the harsh reality that the trajectory we envision for ourselves can veer off course without warning. How many times do you have to be taught that you think you know where your life is going, she mused, and then it isn't going in that direction? These words, spoken with the weight of experience, capture the essence of human vulnerability. For Kidman, whose career has been a tapestry of triumphs and trials, from her breakout roles in films that redefine dramatic storytelling to her personal battles with loss and reinvention, this sentiment feels particularly poignant. The 50s, she implies, are not merely an age but a threshold where the accumulated wisdom of youth clashes with the unpredictability of maturity, forcing a re-evaluation of priorities and protections. This theme of redirection ties inextricably to the recent developments in her personal life. Just weeks before these reflections were made public, Kidman made the difficult decision to file for divorce from Keith Urban, marking the close of a chapter that began in 2006 and was marked by shared joys, professional collaborations, and the raising of their daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret. The marriage, often held up as a beacon of stability in Hollywood's whirlwind, weathered storms including Urban's struggles with addiction early on, which Kidman supported with unwavering loyalty. Yet, as with any long-term partnership, subtle shifts can accumulate into seismic changes. Insiders close to the couple have whispered about growing emotional distances exacerbated by their demanding careers, Kidman's globe-trotting for projects like the acclaimed series that delve into the intricacies of female friendships and betrayals, and Urban's relentless touring schedule as a country music icon. The divorce filing, handled with the discretion that has become Kidman's hallmark, seeks an amicable dissolution, prioritizing the well-being of their children above all. But Kidman's commentary extends far beyond the romantic sphere. It's a broader meditation on safeguarding one's inner world amid external pressures. She recounted a particularly telling anecdote from earlier in the year, when she chose to forego a prestigious honor at the Venice Film Festival. The award was for her portrayal in a film that explored the raw edges of maternal bonds and personal sacrifice, a role that demanded everything from her emotionally. However, the sudden passing of her mother, Janelle Kidman, a woman who had been her anchor through life's tempests, cast a shadow over the event. Friends and industry peers urged her to attend, emphasizing the career milestone and the expectations tied to her stature. Everyone was saying, "You've still got to go and accept the award," Kidman recalled, her voice carrying the echo of that internal tug-of-war. Yet, in a moment of quiet defiance, she demurred. Sitting with the decision, she affirmed to herself, "No, I can't, I don't, and I won't." This choice was not born of apathy but of a hard-won self-awareness. Kidman delved deeper into the cultural conditioning that has shaped her, particularly the ingrained notion of duty that she traces back to her upbringing in Australia and her early days in the cutthroat world of acting. "My sense of duty and of being a good girl is so strong," she admitted, acknowledging how those traits propelled her to stardom but also exacted a toll. Now, in this later chapter, she is reclaiming her agency. "At this age, I'm protecting myself when I need to. It's my right, as Virginia Woolf used to say, it's my right as a human being." Invoking Woolf, the modernist writer who championed women's intellectual and emotional autonomy in works like A Room of One's Own, Kidman positions her personal evolution within a literary tradition of feminist assertion. It's a powerful reclamation, suggesting that maturity brings not diminishment but an empowered selectivity, choosing battles, honors, and even heartaches with intention rather than obligation. Since the announcement of her separation from Urban, Kidman has maintained a veil of privacy around the specifics, a deliberate choice that aligns with her philosophy of controlled vulnerability. She has long been adept at compartmentalizing, allowing glimpses into her soul through her performances while shielding the more intimate fractures. Her first public outing post-filing was a testament to this balance. A sophisticated evening at Paris Fashion Week, where she attended the Chanel Women's Wear Spring-Summer 2026 presentation. There, amid the opulent surroundings of haute couture, she appeared composed yet palpably human. Backstage, she confided to a reporter about her pre-show jitters. "I'm just very nervous, actually." The admission, simple and unadorned, humanized the icon, reminding observers that even those who command screens and runways grapple with anxiety. Flanking her were her daughters, Sunday Rose, now a poised 17-year-old navigating the cusp of adulthood, and Faith Margaret, 14, whose wide-eyed curiosity about the world mirrors her mother's adventurous spirit. The presence of her girls served as both emotional ballast and a joyful distraction, transforming what could have been a solitary spotlight into a familial celebration. Kidman expressed genuine enthusiasm for her friend Matthew Blasey, Chanel's newly appointed creative director, whose debut collection promised innovation and artistry. "I'm very excited for Matthew because this is a big moment for him," she shared, her tone warm with collegial pride. "To be able to celebrate him with his first show with Chanel, and the beginning of an incredible journey together, it's exciting, right?" In these words, one hears the echoes of her own trailblazing path, from ingenue to auteur, infusing her support for Blasey with a mentor's empathy. The evening unfolded as a tapestry of elegance and emotion, with Kidman later curating a series of photographs on social media that captured the night's magic. Posing with her daughters against the backdrop of Chanel's meticulously crafted sets, she radiated a quiet strength. Her caption read like a heartfelt dispatch: "Thank you for having me and my girls. So excited to be a part of it with you." The images depicted not just a fashion event but a milestone in co-parenting and personal renewal, mother and daughters united in a space of creativity and camaraderie, far from the tabloid glare that often shadows such transitions.